Ant-Man and the Wasp issue 3 sees the microscopic Scott Lang try and help the captured Nadia Pym by getting the scientists testing on her wasp suit's attention. Nothing works however, and Scott tries to find some of the alien ants in the world to control and finds ones that can talk to him and think of him as a god. The talking ant says the ants that he was trying to contact were just grunts, and he and his friends will help Scott instead since they are smarter. Nadia meanwhile uses her senses to discover that she is in a type of living organism cell, and using her own sweat is able to split the atoms and escape the cell. With the aid from his new alien ant friends, Scott is able to get to Nadia's helmet and use its voice communicator to scare the scientist. But soon he drops the act, saying he's Nadia's friend and he can explain everything, telling the being Nadia means them no harm. Using Nadia's Pym particles, Scott is able to grow back to a larger size and look for Nadia, who is now on the run from the microscopic army. Scott needs more help, but the scientists can't really do anything, forcing Scott to rethink his plan and make it an espionage mission, and for that, the scientists will need to wear Nadia's costume. The scientist squeezes into the costume and heads to Nadia's containment cell. The army are already there and open fire on both of them, forcing them to escape the building, where they find Nadia outside. Scott dumps some of his alien ants on the pursuing army, allowing them to grow to monster size and cover their escape. Meeting up with Nadia, the scientist gives back her costume, without her knowing he was wearing it thanks to her being blind. Nadia reveals something is changing in her and Scott, and she theorizes that they have been shrinking so long that they have become living quantum particles. Her theory is proved right as she begins to multiply. Thanks to this, she can now see every choice they make and guides Scott towards the oncoming army. Scott as well begins to multiply thanks to the quantum energy, so the Scott and Nadia army attack the microscopic army and defeat them. Nadia finds a crack in the Microverse and both heroes head for it, waiting for the right time to enter, since if they enter at the wrong time it could rip them apart. Their quantum doppelgangers return to their bodies and the heroes thank the scientist, but Nadia realizes that they can't leave him behind, since something awful will happen to him if he doesn't come with them. Grabbing the scientist, they launch themselves into the crack and emerge on the other side. Nadia and the scientist are fine, but she finds Scott has been empowered with negative energy, reversing not only his speech pattern, but the way he looks. Ant-Man and the Wasp issue 3 was a fun journey through the Microverse for Nadia and Scott as they make new friends and new enemies. The colourful art coupled with Mark Waid's fun story led to a story where there really aren't any huge world-ending threats or villains who want to defeat the hero and take over the world. It's just Scott and Nadia having to deal with the unpredictable nature of the Microverse and the Pym particles, and that's what makes this series great. There's no big villain or anything, it's just them having to deal with how unpredictable the Microverse is and how dangerous it can be and kind of how terrifying it can be, but also at the same time how awesome it could be. I'm going to give this issue an 8.5 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my newest video. If you enjoyed it, you might also like to check out my other reviews here on my channel. You can also follow me on various social media platforms like Twitter by searching Matt_FOS, or even join the Comic Multiverse Discord server and chat with other comic book fans, including myself and Joel from Cape Joel. Want cheap comics and trades? Head over to the book depository with the link in the description to get the cheapest trades and comics around, along with free shipping anywhere in the world. Until next time, this has been Matt of the Fortress of Solitude. Thank you so much for watching.